to the K-Files this morning. Hey, Lieutenant Sherrod. No, Captain Sherrod, y'all. Captain Sherrod. And you know what? We didn't make that announcement because he didn't tell us. He's so humble. He didn't tell us until after the show went off, did he, JP?
That's right, yeah. Very deserving.
So he is now Captain Sherrod. So anyway, congratulations. It's well earned.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
So anyway, and JP's back with me
Good
this
seeing you,
morning.
JP. Good
So we weren't on last week, but the show that we replayed had a lot of valuable information in it. We always make sure of that. So this morning we have, as I said, Captain Sherrod that has got, I believe, a new case to talk about.
We did. Sunday morning, we got called to the 3600 block of Lonesome Pine Road outside of Whitaker's. We got a call that there was several shots fired at a large party. When deputies got there, the crowd was still dispersing, and we found a 17-year-old juvenile that had been shot and killed. And while we were on the scene, we got a call from Nash General Hospital that another person had showed up at the hospital that had been shot at that location
At that
as well.
same party.
Yes, ma'am.
And I saw on social media, I believe, that there were about 200 people at that party.
There was it was between 150 to 200 people at this party. You know, it's still mind-boggling to me that there can be that many people there, and you not find a whole lot of people that says they saw anything. We've been doing interviews since Sunday, and we've gotten some leads. We got some security footage from the neighbors and stuff where had home securities, but it's difficult for us to find people that were at the party that are willing to talk to us.
Yeah, I don't
Folks.
understand that.
I don't either. You know, and it's sad. You know, Edgecomb's got a case like that. Rocky Mount's got cases like that where you have a large gathering. Somebody gets shot and killed at a scene, and you have people that just don't want to talk to the police and give them any kind of information that could help them solve the case.
Right.
And it's just mind-boggling to me to know
Unless
that.
it was their loved one, or
Right.
their child,
Exactly.
or their brother, or their sister, and then they would be begging people to come forward.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
So we're asking for the public's assistance. Anybody that knows somebody that was at that party or may have heard somebody was at that party, to please give us a call so we can try to track them down and do an interview with them and see what they do know. Like I said, we've been nonstop on this case since Sunday morning. They got some interviews lined up this morning as well, and we just need that one piece of evidence that we can get somebody to say that they saw so-and-so at this party so we can go talk to them and see what we can find out.
So obviously they left the scene before law enforcement arrived.
Majority of the people did, yes. When we got there, there was probably still 10 or 12 people there, and we interviewed those people that night, and but none of those people had anything that could determine who was outside in the yard and stuff where the shooting occurred.
Wow. Well, folks, can we please offer an incentive this morning? On the K-Files, of course, you know, we always announce that we have an organization called Team Cold Case. It is a nonprofit, and we're able to offer a reward for your tips. So we hope that somebody, folks, you can collect up to $15,000 cash money if you come forward on this case, or any case you know anything about. But on this case, you could collect cash within 2 days. 2 days if you come forward, and it is anonymous. We will not know who you are. So you can call the number on the screen, or you can call Nash County. And go ahead.
459-4121.
4121, 459-4121. It's as easy as that, folks. You can ask for Captain Sherrod. So any of that, please come forward, because somebody knows something.
Right.
How many times do we say that?
Somebody's seen something.
Yeah, with 150 to 200 people. You know, we say that when there's been 10 people at a party. I know the Pine Tops thing, there was a party at the card game, remember? And we said 10 people, we know somebody knows something. Well, 150 people to 200 people, yes, somebody knows something.
Most definitely.
So
And,
please.
You know, and you know, the trend is that they're scared for their safety, and they don't want to get involved because of retaliation. But and I understand that completely. But what I understand more is that person's more safer if the suspect's in jail than he is out here riding up and down the street.
Amen to that.
And
Because
you're only going to embolden
Oh, yeah.
the criminal by not holding him accountable.
Exactly.
Because they're going to feel like they can do it again
Right.
and again and terrorize more and more people,
Right.
with no risk
I
of
got by
punishment.
with it this
That's
time,
right.
so I'm going to do it again.
Well, I mean,
So-
the mentality is that I shot one time. What's holding me from shooting again?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But if people were to come forth and we were to find out who that person is and get them in custody, then they ain't gonna be doing a whole lot more shootings.
Right. And it is anonymous, folks. It is. I cannot say that enough. So don't worry about your safety. I know you are, but we'll make sure that we don't, like I said, we don't know who you are. JP and myself will not know who you are. So, and you can also always call Crime Stoppers 977-1111. So, anyway, there's any number of ways to do this. So, thank you for bringing that case to us this morning.
It's been a busy week for us. And the weekend prior to that, we had another shooting on the 4600 block of Red Road outside of Nashville, which used to be a club called Trip City Lounge. We had a 31-year-old male got shot, and then the suspect, who was also 31-year-old, he got shot. So we were able to solve that case in a timely manner, and and there was a large gathering there. But fortunate for us, the people at that party gave information to law enforcement that assisted us. So we're just hoping again, like I said, that the people that were at this party out on Lonesome Pine Road come forth and give us some information that we can need to try to make an arrest in this case.
Sure, yes. Folks, we need to bring, these families are wondering right now. There's some of the family members at this party that are saying, that don't know what happened. What happened? So this show is ultimately to bring closure to families and to solve the crime and get people off the street. I mean, that's just the way it is. So please help us. We do solicit your help, and that's the reason for this show. So, and what about all of your other cases? They're just kind of... Now, you took one off the list.
We did. We took
in
one
Castalia.
off the list. The Jaleel Evans case, we took that off the list. That's officially closed now. We made an arrest, 2 arrests actually in that homicide, and so we still just want information on Randy Colgrove, and then of course the one that's 20 years old, Letitia McNair.
Okay.
And of course we always want information for Travis Lynch, who's missing down in Middlesex and Bailey area.
Yes.
But we got a lot of things on the horizon. Major Misty Strickland's been busy last month preparing for a book bag giveaway that we're doing Saturday morning.
Oh, wow. That's always good.
Yeah, I mean, we're expecting probably 200, 300 kids. So we're going to have the command center out there for the National Edgecombe Command Center. We're going to have snow cones, bubbles, fingerprinting kits. I mean, you name it, we're going to do it. And we're expecting a large turnout, and that's this Saturday at the Sheriff's Office from like 12 to 3. So if you hadn't seen the flyers that Major Strickland's been passing out around town, please come to the Sheriff's Office and get a book bag and the supplies to go in it, get ready for the school year. And
Y'all do so much.
well, we try to.
Every time I look at Facebook, y'all are doing something good in the community.
Well, we do. You have to be in the community to get the trust of the community.
To gain the trust.
So
yeah.
we stay in that. And another thing is Parker's Eagle Scout fundraisers.
Yes.
Next Friday, the 19th, we're going to sell 250 pork chop plates. Major Moore does our Facebook post at the Sheriff's Office, and he posted it this morning. And we've already pre-sold like 100 and some plates.
Wow.
So our goal is to sell 250, and that'll help him raise money to put the names on the fallen officers memorial outside
That's
the
going to
courthouse.
be great. I'm excited about that.
I can't wait. We've ordered the gentleman to come do the sandblasting on the memorial. We've ordered a bench to go in front of it, and then we have ordered 2 small flower vases to go on the side. So I'll be glad when all that comes in and get it set up the way it needs to look, and Parker's worked hard for it, and hopefully it's going to come to an end right here shortly, and we'll have a dedication with it and everything once everything gets out there and set up like we need to.
So the pork chops place.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, tell me again, where do we pick them up?
You can pick them up at the FOP Lodge on Church Street
Okay,
in
close
Rocky
to the
Mount.
bowling alley, y'all.
Yep, close
right
to the bowling
there.
alley. And they're going to be $10 a plate. It'll be 2 pork chops, potatoes, green beans, and bread. And if people order 10 or more, then we'll deliver them to them. If not, you can just stop by and pick up a plate, and we'd appreciate the support.
So we need to pre-order, or like you said, you can just stop
Right.
by.
If you're gonna
But you're taking your chances
Yeah.
because a lot of
Yeah.
people are going to participate in
Well, we
this.
hope
I can
so.
already tell you.
We like I said, we've already pre-sold close to 100. Some great friends of mine, Mr. James Ray that owns JR Maintenance, where you always go get your biscuits. He's gonna buy his employees like 25.
That sounds like JR.
Oh yeah, and then one of the guys at the sheriff's office, mother works at a company down in Wilson, and they're gonna buy like 50. Elaine and Steve Wordsworth are buying 10 or 15, and then Kim and Chris Colley that own C&I,
So, yeah.
they're gonna buy 30 for their employees.
Wow.
So,
See, that's the way to do it.
Oh yeah, so we've already pre-sold close to 100. So it's going to be first come, first serve, and if you don't pre-order, and then hopefully we'll sell out, and he can take that money and pay toward the his
Yeah,
Eagle Scout
absolutely.
project.
Well, I'm getting my name on the list today, right now. Write
we
me down.
appreciate it.
Write me down.
I will. And one other announcement,
Okay.
and this is something we've kind of kept close to the vest.
Oh, here we go.
But before the Lynn Keel trial ever went to court, I was contacted by the North Carolina Homicide Conference to present that case, and of course we had to turn them down because it hadn't been to court, and you can't talk
Right.
about an open case. So now, since Lynn Keel's case has gone to trial, they reached back out to us, and the sheriff has gave permission for me to attend the North Carolina Homicide Conference in October in Wilmington, and we're going to present the Lynn Keel case to all the investigators that go to that
Oh,
conference.
really?
Yeah.
That is huge.
It is. That's a big case. I mean, it's made national news. We've had television shows already contacting us, wanting us to release documents and do interviews and stuff like that. So they're having to go through the court system to get that kind of stuff approved. But the homicide conference is just basically law enforcement officers from police department, sheriff's office, the SBI. They send their homicide investigators to a yearly conference, and so we were asked to present Lynn Keel's case, and we're going to do that. And
That was a big case.
it was.
And it was interesting.
And it was very
a
interesting.
lot of turns in it.
Yeah.
Well, it was, and and it's all about the thing for us. I mean, not only were we able to solve the case, but the thing for us, it shows partnership, and that's what Sheriff Stone's all about. And we reached out to multiple agencies, and basically that's what that conference is about.
Y'all had to deal with agencies in
Across the
Arizona,
Yeah,
Colorado,
I mean,
somewhere.
We used local agencies, out of county agencies, across state line agencies. I mean, we used everybody. But that's what those conferences are all about, is getting out, networking, meeting people, so that you can pick up a phone and call somebody and say, hey, I need this, instead
Right.
of having to jump through hoop after hoop after hoop to get to where you finally need. You can just pick up a phone and say, hey, you remember me? I met you at the so-and-so conference,
Right.
and I need a favor, and then they do it for you.
Wow.
So that I think that's the main reason they actually wanted us to present this case at the homicide conference, was because of the way we were able to reach out to other agencies and get it. And like I said, networking is what it's all about, is networking.
Wow.
And didn't y'all arrest somebody wanted out of California this week too, or last week?
We got him this week. So what happened was when our Governor Highway Safety cars conducted a traffic stop up in Little Eastenburg, and then during the interview part of it, the deputy learned that he was wanted, and I think the guy figured out the guy knew he was wanted. He takes off running. We looked for him for several hours that night, couldn't find him, and then our Narcotics and Intelligence Division got with Wake County Sheriff's Office and Martin County Sheriff's Office. We found a location where he was at. We went and got him, and he was actually from Rocky Mount. He lives here in Rocky Mount, but he was wanted in California for murder. So
Isn't that something?
we were able to get him this week.
Good job, yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, we've had a busy week.
Y'all have been rolling.
We've been wide open. 2 shootings. That guy tracked down a guy that we wanted for some break-ins this week as well. I mean, so we've been busy.
Well, you know, we're so proud of our sheriff's departments, and I'll say departments, and
Sheriff's office.
Rocky Mount office. I'll never say that because I'm old school.
It's
we
office
grew
of the
up
sheriff.
saying Nash County Sheriff's Department is what I grew up on, but it's the sheriff's office, and the reason is tell them.
It's the office of the sheriff.
It is the office of the sheriff, and I think was Sheriff Stone the one that changed that? Or was
I think
previously already?
Man, it was like that before, but I mean,
It was.
You know,
But it's always been the
It's
office of the
always the
sheriff.
sheriff.
We've just never really said that. But
and you know,
anyway.
and you know, it's funny to us, and some people I guess think we're being smart Alex, but it's funny to us. People say, "I didn't call the police up here." When you say, "You're right, you didn't call the police. You called the deputy sheriff." So I mean, it's just funny to us. I mean, because you know, we tell people all the time we're not police, we're the deputies.
Right,
So-
right, and that's true. So
You know the old triangular patches that Nash County had?
I did.
I believe it says department on it, or
Really?
TEPT.
It might.
That
was
was
under-
driver
I
hat.
just know
that
it-
was under the Frank Brown days.
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
and
I mean,
But
I
it
know
may
that's
have,
what
you're
I
right, it
always
may have.
said. Yeah, I just
But no, it's the office of
But
the
y'all
sheriff.
do a great job, and we just feel so safe knowing, you know, I saw, going by my house the other day, I had just walked out in the yard, and I mean, I just heard this awful noise. This car was just flying, and I mean, Nash County, 1, 2, 3, 4, I couldn't even count them. And then here comes some highway patrol, and I'm thinking, they are on him. Thank
yeah.
goodness. Thank goodness. I mean, I witnessed that, and I said, you know, look what they're doing, and your driving skills. And, you know, the first thing I said, the guy's going to wreck. They wreck every time. They wreck. Why do they try to run?
I don't know.
Because they don't have the skills y'all do, the
Well-
driving skills that y'all learn. You know, they don't have those, and they're, you know, putting the pedal to the metal.
I agree, and I mean, you know, and JP, he was a trooper, but you know, first of all, they don't have the driving experience that we do. We, you know, we go to the Highway Patrol Training Center and do driving course up there, but the real fact is that their car is not equipped to handle that kind of
It's
speed.
really
I mean, they're
not.
buying a car that's off the lot. We're buying cars that are police rated pursuited,
Yes.
and so you know, they can't handle their cars the way we can handle our cars. So you know, it never surprises me why somebody does actually run from the police. I mean, because, you know, and JP can tell you this as well as I can. You may can outrun the car behind you, but when he keys up on that radio, you can't outrun that radio.
You can't
Right,
outrun
that's
Motorola.
exactly right. They're going to get you.
Yeah.
Right ahead. They're going to get you.
Because, you know, because if I'm in Nashville and I'm behind the car chasing him toward Rocky Mount and I key up on the radio, the guys in Rocky Mount already know we're coming.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready.
They're ready for it.
So, you know, you may can lose the one behind you just for a little bit, but that radio is what's going to get you.
Exactly. And, you know, this guy, they said on the, I think I was watching, looking at Facebook, Fighting Crime, and she was on it, you know, step by step. And, you know, you were talking about the cars not being, you know,
Pursuit
equipped
ready,
like
yeah.
your, you know, law enforcement cars. He wrecked the car. He started back up and started running again. The car's smoking all over the place, and guess how they got him? The car gives out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking, you idiot.
I mean,
Really?
And JP's seen this too. I've seen it where we throw spike strips, busted tires, and they
Yeah.
keep running on the rims until it just won't go no further. So
Never amazes me, but anyway.
It's crazy.
Well, thank you, Captain Sherrod, for being here this morning.
Not a problem.
And congratulations again on your promotion.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be right back.
I'm a student here at Edgecombe Community College in the respiratory therapy program. I drive 60 miles one way because the training here, it is very different. It's more hands-on training. The technology here is spot on, and instructors that are open and willing to give me extra help that I need. I feel very confident, so when I start my career, I will have the knowledge and the tools that I need to actually succeed in my career.
Why buy from Don Bullock Chevrolet? What we do it better for you. Like our new car lineup featuring the roomy Equinox. Fits your lifestyle with security, tech, fuel efficiency, and affordability. Or check out the new Silverado, the truck most popular with first-time and veteran truck buyers. In every department, our knowledgeable and friendly staff is there for you. Born in the business, third-generation owner and manager on site to help you. Don Bullock Chevrolet, Rocky Mount.
Hi, I'm Fred George, president of Trade It and Small Shops Mall, inviting you to come visit both stores right next to each other at 2916 Sunset Avenue in the Inglewood Square Shopping Center. At Trade It, you'll find the best selection of gently used items, all backed by a 30-day warranty. Phones, jewelry, video games, computers, tools, musical instruments, TVs, stereos, phone accessories, and pretty much anything else you can think of. And when you come visit, bring some items you aren't using anymore, and we'll pay you cash on the spot. So bring that TV from your guest room, those tools you don't need, that old phone, your old jewelry, or the video games no one plays anymore, and turn them into cash at Trade It. Walk right next door to Trade It and check out the ever-changing merchants of Small Shops Mall, with nearly 100 shops selling antiques, clothing, crafts, Dixie Belle paints, books, toys, computer repair, vinyl records, games, hot sauce, candles, and a lot more. And if you've ever thought of owning your own retail business, talk to our staff about opening up a small retail store here at Small Shops, where there's never a long-term lease and we're open 7 days a week bringing up your sales for you. Locals shop local at Trade It and Small Shops Mall.
The tank is on E, and your low tire pressure light is glaring at you again. You do not have time to wait in line and pay to put air in the tires, and you certainly don't want to get out of the car in the cold and pump gas. What if you could pull up to a gas pump and have an attendant run out to greet you to pump your gas, clean your windshield, and put air in the tire, all for no extra charge, while you step inside and enjoy a made-to-order breakfast or lunch? Does that kind of full service exist anymore? It does at JD's Grocery and Grill, a service station created to bring back the full service experience to all customers. JD's Grocery and Grill is a full service gas station. Eat in restaurant with tasty made-to-order food and a grocery store all in one. The staff at JD's Grocery and Grill is ready to field all requests and will help you find anything you need. Call them today at 252-972-5000 or stop on by at 1240 Atlantic Avenue. Store hours Monday through Saturday 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Grill hours Monday through Saturday 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. JD's Grill and Grocery, at the heart of great food.
Okay, welcome back. I said this morning on the morning show that on the K-Files we were going to do a little bit more detail of two, sex offenses drive me crazy, JP. Mm-hmm. I mean, you cannot,
especially
I don't know.
Involving children.
Exactly. You cannot be right in the head to do something like that. Something is mentally not there for you to do something like that. I mean, how in the world can you do that? And here is a case where a 22-year-old man, I'm getting text, a 22-year-old man, Tarboro man, was logged into Craven Correctional Institution on July 29th, and this story's just hitting the paper, I don't know why. But anyway, after being sentenced to 60 months for committing a Class C felony of soliciting to commit statutory sex offense on a child who was identified in the arrest warrant as a 3-year-old girl. How can you even, I can't even talk about it. I can't even fathom that.
I loved my job, loved it. It's what I wanted to do all my life.
Right.
There's only one thing that would have caused me to hang up my uniform and go to prison, and that is if I found out somebody had messed with my children.
Oh, I know. Isn't it the truth? I mean, I say the same thing. I just cannot imagine, but
That is Absolutely terrible.
I know. I just cannot. I just don't. But anyway, let's put the picture up right here. I think Robbie has the picture. There it is right there. There's his picture. So anyway, and maybe, you know, I always say I hope they rot, but they won't. They don't stay in.
No,
Okay.
No.
Another one, no, that's the other one, Robbie. Yeah, that's the one that is sex offense on a 3-year-old, the top picture. Yeah, well, both of those pictures are the same. But that's the one with the 3-year-old. Now, the other picture you showed is the other one. A man is behind bars under a 7-figure bond after being charged with 2 counts of committing a first-degree statutory sex offense with a child under the age of 13. Edgecombe County Sheriff's Office has this one as well. Edgecombe County, I tell you, they stay busy with sex offenses lately.
That is wild.
I mean, under the age of 13. Can you imagine? And that's this gentleman. How can I say gentleman?
Gentleman, yeah.
But anyway, this man right here. I just want to show their pictures. I think we should.
I totally agree.
So there they are, folks.
And this is right here in your community,
Right
your
here.
neighborhood, right around the corner from you.
And, you know, there are sex offenders living in neighborhoods that people don't know.
You need to go online, type in your zip code, type in your address.
Yes.
There is a state website that you can go to through the Department of Justice, and it will blow your mind how many sex offenders are on your road, in your neighborhood, in your community. It will blow your mind.
Yeah,
I live
it
out
is-
in rural Nash County down in the Middlesex area, and there's like 7 on my
Really?
road.
Really?
Yes. Hmm.
Well,
They're
folks,
everywhere.
You need to do it and type in the zip code like JP said and see. You need to know your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know, because you know your child might be playing with another child that, you know, maybe they go to school together, whatever. How do you ever know what that child's going through at home? How do you know what? You just don't know. It's going to be somebody you don't suspect.
That's right.
It's going to be the least suspected person.
I can remember being little and my mom saying, okay, you know, have a little friend come over. My mom would be like, almost like interrogating, who are you? Okay, who's your mama and who's your daddy? Okay, where do you, and I asked her one day, I was like, Mom, why do you do that? She's
Right.
like, when you have children one day, you'll understand.
Yeah.
You know, when you're out of my sight, I need to know where you're at, not just them, but their family.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's,
Well,
and
I totally
get it now.
Yeah,
I understand
and
that.
I totally understand why my mom was always adamant about. She said, "Well, let them come over here to
That's
your
right.
house. I'll cook. I'll entertain them. I'll get the food, whatever." I said, "Well, I want to go to their house. Well, y'all can do it over here at our house. Y'all can come to our house." Because I guess she was just uneasy about not knowing who the parents were and
That's right.
things like that. So we always had everybody at our house, kids, for that reason. But anyway, whatever reason. But
These people
it's-
are everywhere, though.
they are,
Mhm.
and I just do not understand it. And I had a sheriff tell me one time. He said, "Sandra, you do not know what these kids go through
That's right.
at home, and how many of them there are." He said, "You just do not know." So anyway, it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking. So anyway, we're going to take a break, have some weather, come back, and we'll have time to talk about one case. So we'll be right back.
No one ever wants to go into a life emergency. In fact, many of us wouldn't even know what to do if we were faced with an emergency, but they will come. Thankfully, there's men and women that train every single day for moments like this. They work on our behalf to serve and protect our local communities. Hi, I'm Kevin Zander from Don's Body Shop and Auto Body Wilson. With everything that's going on in life right now, we just want to take a moment to thank our first responders, for those that pledged their lives to serve and protect in our communities. You know, we all expect people to do their jobs, but some people's occupations may even require them to give of their life as a sacrifice. For this reason, we also want to honor those families that lost a loved one in the line of duty. Our thoughts and our prayers are with you. Let us not take these servants for granted. To our first responders, again, we say thank you. From our nurses to our military, we appreciate your service. And as a local business owner, I pray that we continue to work together and strive for an emergency-free community. Thank you, and God bless.
It's time to Rock the Mount, August 23rd, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Rock the Mount is free to the community. Sponsorships are available and vendors are welcome. Contact E. Smith at ncwc.edu for details on becoming a vendor or sponsor. Rock the Mount 2022 is going to be bigger than ever. Event sponsors get preferred booth placements and access to the Aftershock block party. Go to the link provided to register before sponsorships fill up. We'll see you August 23rd, 11 a.m. on the campus of North Carolina Wesleyan University. Go Bishops!
I'm Daniel Moss, owner of Cornerstone Funeral Home, and I'd like to invite you and your family to give our family an opportunity to serve you in your time of need. And we offer a full line of funeral services, everything from visitations to graveside services to cremations on site with a live crematory, as well as a banquet hall to meet the catering needs of our families that we serve. We offer catering service. We offer refreshments prior to visitations and services of our family. And we want to invite you to come and experience the difference here at Cornerstone Funeral Home.
What is the Davis Furniture difference? The difference is we buy with you in mind. For generations, we have listened to our customers. We can help you find the look you want for every room in your house. Quality, style, color, and of course, service. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Davis Furniture, the family business where we treat you like family. Let us help you make your house a home. Davis Furniture, historical downtown Rocky Mount, on the corner of Hill and Main.
Being prepared and trained is the best way to keep your family safe. The best way to be prepared is to learn from those who've spent a lifetime protecting us. Barnes Safety and Consulting LLC offers concealed carry classes with instructors who are law enforcement officers active and retired with more than 100 years of law enforcement experience. Monthly classes are taught year-round with private classes and special group rates available. Classes are $75 and held in the Bailey area. Call or text 1-800-653-0643. Get your concealed carry permit and avoid becoming a victim.
Okay, welcome back to the K-Files. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some new cases in our book this morning. I hope you picked one up. I know we've had several people come by and get books, so we appreciate you getting those. So, JP, you want to read? This is a new one that we have not discussed before, we think.
I'm not real sure how to pronounce his first name.
Looks like Alcindor.
Alcindor Wardrick. Approximately 12:50 a.m. on March 11th, 2017, EMS and Rocky Mount Police were dispatched to the scene of a man found unresponsive on Short Street in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. They arrived to find Mr. Wardrick unresponsive and suffering from a gunshot wound. According to reports, Mr. Wardrick was found by his cousin when he returned from the store. He was last known to be alive at approximately midnight. Mr. Wardrick was wheelchair bound due to paraplegia. It is not sure of robbery, if it was the actual motive. According to records, he was in possession of 60 cents, 2 quarters, and two
nickels.
2 nickels.
Wow.
A metal ring, a personal credit card, 1 white lanyard, 4 keys, an empty brown leather-like satchel around his neck.
Now, this is very descriptive.
It is descriptive, yeah. Where
Wow.
is Short Street?
Short Street is, if I'm not mistaken, over in the Branch Street area. Branch Street, Hargrove Street. I think it's a street that runs this way, and Hargrove and Branch run this way. I think that's where that is.
Is that over in the area of the old like peanut mill?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is terrible. So his cousin lived, well, I don't know if
Well,
he
it didn't
lived
really
there.
say if
but
they
he-
lived together or not.
Yeah,
It
it
says he was the
didn't.
last one to kind of see him alive.
Found his, according to reports, Mr. Wardrop was found by his cousin when he returned from the store.
Mm-hmm.
So he had been to the store, his cousin went to the store, came back, and found him.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And-
clearly,
And this was around midnight
mm-hmm.
when he was last seen alive.
Gunshot wound.
Right. And had 60 cent, which, you know, had 2 quarters and 2 nickels to his name in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. And look, robbery may have been a motive. Any paper cash or paper currency or whatever he had could have been taken.
It was taken, yeah, and this
it
is
doesn't
what
say
was
anything
left.
about a struggle or it doesn't say he was wearing a gold ring. It, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people who were handicapped are targets of
Yes.
robbery. And with him being in a wheelchair or known to have been handicapped, I mean,
Right. They didn't get his credit card.
no. Well, a lot of people are not going to take that.
Yeah, they're not-
because they
that would be
It's going to
Dumb.
help them get caught.
He had a white lanyard with 4 keys and 1 empty brown leather-like satchel around his neck. Wow. If you know anything about this case, folks, Short Street, as JP said, is around the peanut mill in the Cokie Road vicinity.
And anybody that would target a handicapped individual
Oh, gosh,
for
yes.
robbery, murder, I mean, that's
That's pretty
definitely-
bad.
That's bad.
It is. It really is. EMS and Rocky Mount were dispatched, and he was deceased. So if you know anything about this, it happened on March the 11th, 2017, as JP said, March 11th, 2017. If you know anything about Alcindor Wardrick, please call the number. Can we put the number on the screen, please? Call 406. You'd think I would know that number by now. But 406-6736. 406-6736. Or Crime Stoppers. This is a Rocky Mount case. It's going to be a Rocky Mount Police Department case. You can call Crime Stoppers 977-1111. If you know anything about this case, you could collect up to $15,000 cash, people. I mean,
And the
within
smallest tip
2
could lead
days.
to an arrest.
That's right. If you know anything, if you saw anything, the least little thing, because it's pretty recent. It was 2017, so if anybody knows anything, please. I'm sure his cousin and his family would appreciate knowing who did this to him. So please come forward. All right, we'll do one more real quick.
Was Romaine Webb.
Yeah, Romaine Webb.
Okay, Romaine Webb, 41 years old, and Dexter O'Neill Miles, 52. This took place April 6, 2021. Weldon police officers were called to a duplex in the 400 block of Chestnut Street shortly after 1:30 a.m. for a reported shooting and found Levita Romaine Webb, 41 of Weldon, and Dexter O'Neill Miles, 52 of Garysburg, dead from gunshot wounds. The shooting happened after a home invasion. A third person was also shot and was treated at the hospital.
You know, I always hate to hear about those home invasions. And we're just having, you know, there's another case that we're going to be talking about, hopefully, JP's working on getting Halifax County to come in and talk about a case in Halifax County that was, these home invasions are just happening more and more now, and it's scary.
It is. That's actually one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, mine too.
I mean, and it could happen at any given moment.
Well, if you haven't taken JP's course, concealed carry course, you need to. You need to be able to protect yourself in your home.
That's right. Because the
anywhere.
life you save could be your own.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Or your children's.
That's right.
Save your children's lives. I mean, really. Or your husband or wife or whatever. But if you know anything about this case, it's Weldon. So our online viewership will be able to tell us about, hopefully we'll be able to see this. We want to do Halifax County. Our main thing is Halifax County, Wilson, Nash, and Edgecombe. But we will do, I think Weldon is Northampton County.
I think
is
so.
it?
I think so.
And we don't mind doing that.
Mm-hmm.
If any of the other counties have anything that they would like for us to come forward with and talk about, we will be glad to do it, because we're all about solving crimes. That's just what we're all about.
And I'm really excited about the new sheriff up in Halifax. I've been in talks with his command staff over the past few weeks about having the sheriff himself or some of his command staff come in, and they are just extremely busy. And every week it seems like something else has come up, but he is promising me that they will be here sometime this month.
Good.
And they want to get on a rotation to come in.
Good.
I'm so excited for the Halifax County citizenry, because this could lead to a lot of crimes being solved.
That's exactly right.
In their
And
community.
they need to be involved, because they are getting more and more. I mean, just they're having crime like everybody else. So, but anyway, this happened. This Romaine Webb and Dexter Miles case happened on April 6, 21. It's very recent. It should be very, very fresh in people's minds, because it was only a little over a year ago. So that this happened in Weldon. So if anybody knows anything, call the number.
The smallest tip could lead to an arrest.
Yes.
And you can get paid.
Yes, you can get paid, and in cash. And within 2
nobody
days.
will never know that you give up some information. Never.
And it is upon arrest, JP, isn't it? Not, you don't have to go through the court system and wait for a conviction and all of that. So, anyway, all right. Well, we appreciate you watching the K-Files this morning. JP won't be back with me next week, but hopefully the week after. And I'll be back next week, so I'll have a guest. I don't know who, but we'll figure it out. Make it a great day, everybody.